In this video, I'm going to be covering the top 5 best cold email tools that you should be using inside your business if you want to send cold emails. I've spent tens of thousands of dollars and years trying out tons of different tools. And so hopefully in this video, my promise to you is that you can at least get a little bit ahead of where I was whenever I was starting out, or maybe if you already are sending cold emails, I can point you in the right direction. A little bit of context on me. My name's Matt. I run Evo Marketing, which is a B2B outreach company. We help book sales calls on behalf of our clients. And we've sent millions of cold emails at this point. I've booked thousands of sales appointments. And so I've tried a bunch of these tools. And so hopefully I can shortcut some of this for you. Along with this video too, somewhere in the link description below, maybe it'll flash it on screen, is going to be a link to a document to where you can see all these tools yourself. And some of these links are affiliate links with deals associated with them. So if you sign up using some of the links, you'll get incentives like extra credits or whatever. If you sign up using those links, other links, you just sign up, it's the same platform. Or if you just want to sign up and go to their website and not use any of my links, that's cool too. So without further ado, let's just dive straight in. All right, so diving straight in, I'm going to cover the top 5 tools first. And then I'm also, as a bonus, going to drop a bunch of other tools that may or may not be useful that I also still use, but not nearly as much as these top 5. So first tool, Smartlead.ai. It's a cold email sending tool. It is the backbone tool that I use to send out a majority of the emails that I send out on behalf of myself and my customers. The reason why is because it is very cost effective, number one. And number two is it has a ton of features. And when it comes to features in sending cold emails, I think Smartlead is definitely the leader in the market right now, in my opinion. If someone has a different cold email tool, I'm more than happy to try it out. But as of right now, Smartlead, the best cold email tool on the market right now, in my opinion. If you check out their pricing, like I said, pretty cost effective for the amount of volume you can send. So for $94 a month, you can send up to 150,000 emails per month, which you should be able to get a lot more than $94 in revenue if you're sending that many emails out. You can have 30,000 active leads. Really good plan if you're starting to send cold emails and you want something to use for that. If you're just starting out, you can start with their basic thing. If you send a ton of emails like I do, I'm way above this starter custom plan because I send hundreds of thousands of emails a month. And so you can use this custom plan. It has a lot of stuff for scaling too. Another thing that's really cool about Smartlead is they have just launched this platform called Smart Delivery. It's basically embedded inside of Smartlead, and you can run placement tests on your emails that you send. So basically what that looks like, when you send out emails, you want to know if they land in spam or inbox. And so what Smartlead does is you can have it send out your cold emails out to a pool of their email accounts, and it will tell you if it landed in spam or inbox on Google and Microsoft and all these different accounts. That way you can see if your emails need to be recovered or changed, or if you need to warm them up differently, all in one central platform. So like I said, again, I did a video on Smartlead. I should probably do a video on Smart Delivery as a standalone product, but you can check that out somewhere. If you want to use Smartlead, it's a great tool for sending and what I recommend and what I use for sending. Next tool we're going to cover here is Clay. By the way, these aren't in any specific order, so I'm not saying Smartlead is better than Clay. I'm just showing you all the tools I have when it comes to data and sending and validation and scraping and all the other stuff. So the next tool here is Clay. Clay is a tool that you can use to enrich your data with and get these really, really complex data workflows. I'll show you a quick demo here. By the way, if you want to sign up through my link for Clay, you get 3,000 free credits whenever you sign up for a paid plan. And whenever you do that, that's like $30 extra worth of Clay consumption you can use. But without getting too nerdy on the high level, I'll just show you a real example. Clay, what it is or what it looks like is a spreadsheet. So you can upload data into here. You can actually even scrape data. So if I jump out here and I just log into the platform, you can scrape data directly through here. So if I said, hey, I want to scrape, if I want to import people from a list somewhere, you can do that. But let's say I want to find people, right? This is I believe this is a LinkedIn scraper. You can put job titles, you can put experience, you can put location, you can put certification, you can scrape all this stuff. And I can say, hey, I want to scrape 100 of these people, preview people. It'll show you, there's tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of people you can scrape, and then you can just import this into a table. You can also use a bunch of different other tools, Ocean for scraping, Google Maps scraping, pulling from RSS feeds, a bunch of different integrations. All you really need to know is that Clay is a tool that you can use to scrape data from and also enrich data. What enriching data means is basically taking data that you already have and making it better by adding more stuff on top of it. So if you're missing emails, you can add emails. If you need to validate stuff, you can do it all in this one central place. So Clay, like the name suggests, you can kind of mold it in any way that you want. This is an example of data that I uploaded that I was able to, in one workflow, upload it, validate it using an email validation tool, then use AI to scrape their website and see what kind of company they run. So let's say you want to see if a company is B2B or B2C. You can use AI through Clay and say, hey, go visit this company's website. Here's a bunch of criteria. Tell me if they're B2B or B2C, because you want to segment that out in your cold email campaign. You can do that all directly through Clay. All kinds of stuff. I have a whole video I just uploaded on Clay. So So if you want to check that out, I'd recommend you watch that. But basically, Clay, number 2 tool, highly recommend if you want to make more complex workflows and want to make your life easier. The cool part about Clay too is you can integrate almost all the other tools that I'm going to show you here with Clay. So you can, let's say, push emails into a smart lead campaign directly through Clay if you want to. So very, very, very useful tool. I use it all the time. If you want to check it out, you can see this is the pricing here. And then if you sign up to any of the paid plans, you get 3,000 extra credits for signing up. So you can see here, do the starter one, it's like more than double just if you use my link. So the next tool we're going to cover here is Apollo. Apollo is a database. And so unlike Clay, where they have like scrapers, and unlike some other tools that are scrapers, Apollo is a database, meaning the data is already scraped and you can just download it. And they have it segmented in a bunch of different ways. Apollo is also a sending tool, which is really cool. So you can send emails out through their platform. It's not really what I use it for. You can use it for a bunch of different things, but I recommend Apollo primarily just for leads. The reason why is because it's very cost effective. Check out their pricing here. It starts at free. If you do this monthly, you can get 10 emails exported off their platform for free if you want to do that. And then, yeah, this unlimited credits thing, this basically means if you're using their integrated sending tool inside their platform, you get up to 10,000 per month, which is very good. I personally like using Smartlead for sending because they have a little more features, but if you want all-in-one platform, you can check out Apollo. For 99 bucks, you can get 2,000 export credits per month, or you can upgrade and get even further. Apollo, great platform for data. If you want to get real-time scrape data, you're going to need to use like a scraper, but for a database where you can just pull data at any second, it's a very phenomenal tool. Quick demo of what the platform looks like. Here's an example. Pop in, put in your filters on the left-hand side. Here's a list of CEOs in Houston, Texas. Couple presses of a button, you can export this. Very, very useful platform. Now, next thing tying in with Apollo, validating emails. So whenever you get emails for whatever data platform you're using, whether you're using Clay, or whether you're using Apollo, if you're using any data platform, you're going to want to validate the emails. And this is where ListKit comes in. So ListKit is the validation tool I use for like 90% of the email outreach I do now. The reason why is because it validates catch-alls. So without getting super technical, most email validators, you upload a list of 100 people. It says, 10 of them are unemailable and 70 of them are emailable, but 20% of them are what's called risky or catch-all. And so what that basically means is that they couldn't validate it because of the validation method they're using. So again, not getting too technical, SMTP validation, they ping their server, and sometimes their server is set up in a way to where it just accepts all traffic, and so you're not able to get an answer through a traditional verifier. ListKit has a bunch of different ways where they can validate catch-all emails, which means that whenever you upload a list, I'll pop open this email verification thing here. You can get a nice clean export like this saying, hey, here's the 2,000 people you can email, here's the 200 people you can't, and then you can just use that instead of using another platform where you might not have clarity in who you can and can't email, and you might lose out on some of your leads. So I'm able to get like 20% more leads out of a validation process when using ListKit. It's all on one platform, very useful. And then also to reiterate why this is useful and why you need to be doing this for people who are just getting a cold email. If you send emails out and the people don't exist, meaning your emails bounce, it really tanks your deliverability because that is not human behavior, and Google and Microsoft look down on you and basically send you into the spam folder a lot more. So you need to make sure you're using email validation in some part of the process. I like ListKit. And then also code or a deal specific to this video that I worked out specifically for the founder. I don't think you can get this anywhere else, is if you sign up to ListKit using the link in the document or in the description, you will get double the credits for the first month. So that means if you're signing up for this $99 a month plan, you're going to get an additional 25,000 credits for the first month that roll over into the next month. And if you sign up to this 187 plan, you get an additional, 60,000 credits for the first month just by signing up and using my link. So if you want to check out ListKit, it's a good deal to use that link instead of signing up yourself. But if you want to do that yourself and miss out on those credits, you can do that too. So ListKit, validation tool, the main one that I use. And then the fifth most commonly used tool, or the top tool that I'd recommend, is Apify. Apify is a scraping tool. So Apollo is a database. Clay has scrapers built in. Apify is like a marketplace for data scrapers. So if you want to scrape data, Apify probably has a scraper for you. The way the platform works, you sign up, it's like a marketplace. People can upload scrapers there that, I think the community sources. And so if you want to scrape data from Google Maps, you can use Apify. If you want to scrape data from TikTok, you can use Apify. If you want to scrape data from Instagram, use Apify. So many different scrapers in the platform. You can scrape a ton of data doing a ton of different things. So if you actually jump into the platform here, you can see this is a bunch of sample scrapers I have pulled up here. You sign up, you get a plan, and then you can just click into any of these scrapers either made by Apify themselves or the community. And so if I want to scrape Facebook comments, I can press this button, upload a post, and show that. If I want to scrape Twitter stuff, you can scrape here. Facebook groups, you can literally just search on their platform for specific scrapers. There's so many of them. So this is really useful if you are looking for niche specific data you're trying to scrape, like Facebook posts or Google Maps data data or Instagram data. Very, very useful and also very cost effective. I think they're entry level, like you can use Apify for free. The way they bill is, since it's like a marketplace, people decide their own rates. And so I think Apify just marks up, they get a little chunk of that. You can get a lot of scraping done for like $50 a month. So if you want to check out Apify, super useful tool, would check it out. So those are the top 5 tools. Now I'm going to go really quick and do rapid fire mode of just a bunch of other tools that I use or would still recommend, but aren't is part of like my main workflow that I use like all the time. So first we're going to go in, I'm going to talk a little bit more about enrichment tools. So Lead Magic and Find Email, these are both tools I actually do use regularly. The difference is I use these integrated inside of Clay. And so ListKit, actually one of the main reasons why I wasn't using their platform as much is because they didn't have an API. They had an API, I was able to integrate it with Clay. Now I use it all the time. Lead Magic, Find Email, I use these both as integrations inside of Clay. So these are 2 tools that you can use. I use it inside of Clay. I don't really use it as a standalone tool where I'm like logging in and out and using their platform. I just pay for it and then connect it to Clay, so I save a little bit of money. Lead Magic, Find Email, really good enrichment tools I pay for. ChatGPT and Claude, these are AI tools. Again, I use this integrated with Clay a lot of times if I'm doing AI web scraping. Very, very useful. You can also use it for ideation. So if I say, hey, I'm trying to target this market, please give me some ideas. ChatGPT, Claude, both very, very useful. ChatGPT specifically, they have a model called O4 Mini, super cheap. You can scrape, like if you integrate it with Clay, you can run AI enrichments for like 1/10 of a penny. It's like insane how cheap it is. If you pay for it separately and then integrate it through Clay, you can't just, if you use it through Clay, Clay charges Clay credits. If you use it through like directly here, you're not gonna be able to do the web scraping. So you integrate it through Clay. Claude, same idea. Other tools for data, ListKit, it's kind of like Apollo. It's like a database. Again, I don't think they have an API, which is the main reason why I use Apollo a lot, because I have APIs. But for ListKit, same idea, another database, another tool you can use. I think I have a deal. You can double check if they're still running it. I believe they're still running it. If you sign up using my link, you get 1,000 free credits when you sign up. And then they have some Black Friday stuff running right now. A couple other tools, Instantly, Reach Inbox. Again, I like using Smartlead for sending, but if you want other tools, Instantly, another really great product on the market. Smartlead has a couple more features that I like, so I use Smartlead most of the time. But if you want another tool and you want to check out something else in the market, Instantly is another good option. I know a ton of really smart guys use. It's also useful too because they have like data built into the platform. It has a couple more features that differ from Smartlead. Smartlead has some that Instantly doesn't have. Instantly has some that Smartlead doesn't have. I like Smartlead a little more because of smart delivery and a handful of other features, but also really good tool if you want to use Instantly. Reach Inbox, I'd say this is a good budget tool. So if you check in the document linked with this video, I believe they do have a lifetime deal still running. So if it says it in the doc, it's still up. You can check it out. They have a lifetime deal, meaning you pay once and you get it for forever. I don't know if the pricing is going to change moving forward or whatever, but I would check to see if they still have this running as a budget option. I don't think they have as much features as Smartlead or Instantly, but it's a really good budget option if you're trying to just use core features and you want, and cost is like a big determiner. So I would check out Reach Inbox too. And then the last thing that I'll cover here is Close. So Close, it's a CRM. It's not exactly a cold email sending tool, but if you're sending cold emails, you should probably have a CRM on the back end. The reason why is you need to track the deals. Now, Smartlead and Instantly both have like ways that you can track deals through their platform. But if you're using this as part of a broader sales process, you're going to need a CRM. If you use HubSpot, that's awesome. For me, I like using Close because it's a little bit cheaper. I only really use CRMs for sales related stuff. HubSpot has a lot more features in other ways, but Close, really good CRM. If you want to call people, has calling through their platform. You can track leads. You can't even send cold emails through it, but it just doesn't have as many features. But if you want to check out Close, I use Close a ton. So that wraps up this video. Those are all the tools I use. If you want to work with me, because a lot of this stuff seems complicated, you can check one of the links, anivomarketing.com. You can book a call with me or someone on my team, see if we can help send emails out and book calls on your behalf. Otherwise, if you want to check out other videos on the channel, I just uploaded a Clay tutorial since I was talking about Clay, Smartlead videos, all kinds of different stuff. If you have requests on other videos you want me to make, drop them in the comments below, and appreciate you. Hope you have a great day.